Welcome to episode 50 of Boston Swap, a Director of Football challenge here on Boston United FM. This is the final playthrough episode of the series. Boston United of Conference North and Boston Town of the United Counties League were switched in the non-league football pyramid back in 2019. I took over at United down at level 9 and won consecutive promotions until the Championship. We're now in the Premier League and we finished 5th and 8th in our first 2 seasons. That gave us a solitary Europa League campaign to enjoy in season 29-30, going out in the quarter-final. All off-field decisions have been made by Mr. Transfer Genius, our Director of Football. He's taken control of transfers, scouting and backroom staff throughout these 12 seasons. In the last episode, we won the FA Cup semi-final against Manchester City in dramatic fashion, scoring the only goal of the game on 92 minutes. Today we face Chelsea at Wembley in the final. It's a fantastic occasion for us to end the series with. Since the City semi-final, we've only won the one game. However, this saw 2 of our players, Pedro Pereira and Ferragem, score hat-tricks in a 6-1 victory over Sheffield United. Losing to Man City in the penultimate league game of the season pretty much extinguished any European qualification hopes, except for today's FA Cup final. We finished in 10th place, which is our worst Premier League placing of the 3 seasons we've spent at the top level. We did lose only 9 games all season, with only the top 4 teams having a better record. We did draw the most games in the league, however, with 17 of our 38 games finishing all square. Amazingly, just a few days ago in-game, we were finally taken over by a new owner. London-based investor Clive Barrett is the new person in charge at the top, and he immediately made bids for 2 players worth over £100 million. One of those has already rejected the contract offered by the Director of Football. We are a year away from a new stadium being finished, which was started a couple of summers back. This will have an initial capacity of over 24,000. As part of the takeover, sign high reputation players has been added to the club culture. I would expect that the Director of Football will take this into account when signing new players. Hopefully the new owner has some deep pockets to fund what was described as making a difference at the club. Interestingly, one of the other people attempting to buy the club at the same time was current Peterborough United owner Darren McAntony. But back to the main event of the episode, the FA Cup final. Unfortunately, we cannot play left winger Pedro Pereira as he is on loan from our opponents Chelsea. He scored 11 goals in 13 league starts for us. Steven Bergwijn fills in for him. Harubi and Fukai are back in central defence after missing the semi-final through suspension. Oscar Rossi leads the line for us, hoping to add to his 19 goals for us this season. Semi-final winner Ortiz is on the bench. Let's go to Wembley. You could not get a more perfect place to end the series. Wembley Stadium, FA Cup final. Here we go. We've got a free kick on the left-hand side. It goes in far post and we've gone 1-0 up. Harubi, 3rd goal of the season. Up from centre half at the far post. Puts us 1-0 in front. Abdul Qadir adds to his assists. And Harubi puts us 1-0 up. Chelsea playing about with it at the back. What's going on there? Oscar Rossi has just been sent off. Apparently he went in with 2 feet. I thought he was going to be through on goal for a tap-in. But he's been sent off. We're 1-0 up. There's just a few minutes left of the first half. And I'm not really sure what to do. Previously, times like this, I've just swapped the attacking midfielder to a shadow striker to kind of give us a little bit of presence up top. But I think I'm just going to move David forward. I think just to play him as a pressing forward on support. We might reassess at half time. Goal kick for Chelsea. They're trying to play the ball about. Obviously, they've now got the man advantage. Coming forward, Cortez on the edge of the box, and they've hit the post. Goal kick for us. Launched forward towards Abdul Kadir. Fernandez over to Magales. He's now into the area. Is he going to have a shot? He is. But the keeper saves it. And that's half time. It took a bit of time to get going. We then scored. But just a couple of minutes later, we're down to 10 men. What do we need to do? I'm going to go slightly cautious. The wing-backs can go on to defend rather than support. We'll go positive rather than attacking. And Fernandez can go on to defend rather than support as a ball-winning midfielder. We may look at some more changes 20 minutes into the second half if it stays the same, depending on how the game is going. But for now, we'll just kick off the second half. Right, we're passing the ball about the back, launched forward towards Jonathan David, but Bergwijn picks it up. He puts it forward for David, and we've just gone 2-0 up. It's his 7th goal of the season. Doesn't very often play up front. He's more of an attacking midfielder or an inside forward on the left. But Bergwijn has found him and he's slotted it home. It's 2-0. Chelsea with the corner. Goes near post, but it's cleared. Right, there's less than 20 minutes to go. We're 2-0 up. We're down to 10 men. What do we do? I think I'm going to bring off Laib and Xavi Simons can come on. And I'm also going to bring on a little bit of experience in Felix Paslak. He can go on and play at right back. Free kick to Chelsea, launched forward towards Paulinho. There's Erling Haaland. He gets his 36th goal of the season and he makes it 2-1. Chipped ball over the top. Paulinho puts it on a plate for Haaland. And they reduce the deficit. Throw in for Chelsea now to Paulinho. D'Alessandro just wide. Throw in for Chelsea. D'Alessandro's got it to Nilton, to Zaniolo. I think that might go to VAR. Hopefully it's going to be disallowed. And it is. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, a couple of yards offside, thankfully. 5 minutes to go. We've got a substitution left. We're still 2-1 up. What do we do? I think I'm just going to bring Ortiz on instead of Abdul Kadir, just as a straight swap. As in the semi-final, bit of fresh legs. You never know. Could we get a third goal, which should kill it off? We're into stoppage time. We've gone to TV camera just for the closing stages. We're passing the ball about nicely, but we lose it. But Paslak picks it up again. Back to Fernandez. Just need to keep the ball. There's 3 minutes to go. We give it away to Zaniolo. Through for Andres. And he's put it wide. Throw in for Chelsea. Okafor to take it. He gets the ball back, but he's challenged by Ortiz. And again, but he gets past him. Is it into the area? Cross comes in. It's headed out. Now to Paulinho. We're trying to break. They've gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. But they're now launching it diagonally to Zanolo on the right-hand side, far post. Okafor picks it up on the edge. They've had a shot and it's gone in. It's 2-2. Just 90 seconds left. And Chelsea have finally equalised. The cross came in on the volley. Bazunu got a hand to it, but he just pushed it into the net. And we've gone through to extra time. Something we really, really didn't want, especially being a man down that we have been for the whole of the second half. But we do get an extra substitution. Is there anybody out there who's a little bit tired? I'm going to bring the striker Ferragem on for Bergwijn. Swap Ferragem and Ortiz over onto opposite wings. See if we can get this goal in extra time. We pick it up with Ferragem running down the right. Through for David. He's into the area. Is he going to have a shot? He is. Side net in. But we've got a corner. Paslak to take it. Goes near post. It's cleared. Back to Ferragem and Paslak. Out to the edge with Alexov. Now Simmons on the edge of the area. But Alexov picks it up. It's half time in extra time. 15 minutes to go until a potential penalty shootout to end the series. We've got a throw in. Ortiz to Alexov. He's going down the left-hand side. Can he get a cross in? He does. It's to Ferragem at the far post, but it's cleared. Are we going to pick it up again? No. It's back to their keeper. We do get it this time. And again, Ortiz down the left-hand side. Gets his cross in, and we've scored. Jonathan David's got another one. 6 yards out on the volley. Could that be the goal that wins us the FA Cup? Ortiz does brilliantly to get the ball back. Gets the cross in, and there's David with the acrobatic volley at the near post. Corner to Chelsea. Mount to take it. Headed clear. Back to Mason Mount. Now D'Alessandro's on the edge of the box. He's going to have a shot, and he's equalised. We couldn't quite hold on. Back to Mason Mount. Gives it to D'Alessandro on the edge of the box, past his man, and just wallops it in from about 17, 18 yards out. But we've got the ball at the back, launched forward, but nobody's there. Chelsea get it back again. Now Haaland's through, but Bazunu is there to save. Corner to Chelsea. Mount to take it again, goes near post, but it's cleared. Ortiz has got the ball to Alexov. We're right at the end of stoppage time. Haaland is through on goal. Surely not. It's saved and cleared, but Haaland has hit the volley in. And I think we've lost it with 10 seconds to go. His 37th goal of the season. He runs through. Bazunu saves it. It launched up in the air. Paslak tries to clear it, but only as far as Haaland, who on his left foot has volleyed the ball into the corner. And he's won the cup for Chelsea. twice denied in stoppage time, both at the end of normal time and extra time. We've ended the series in heartbreaking fashion. The sending off of Rossi really hurt us, especially just after going 1-0 up. We did go 2-0 up just after the break, but once Haaland had come on, scored to make it 2-1, we thought we'd won it, but D'Alessandro equalised late on in stoppage time. We thought we'd won it again in extra time, going ahead just after half time. But 2 minutes later, D'Alessandro scored again, and then Haaland has broken Boston United. And Chelsea are managed by Pep Guardiola. We get a couple of £1 million for losing that match. Rossi gets suspended, but that shouldn't matter. Pay out a little bit of money to the squad for reaching the final. And there we can see the FA Cup review. We finish as runners-up. But now it's time to go forward a few days to the awards and end of season review. So here we have the overall best 11. This is the best 11 of the whole 12 seasons. Shane Wilson has been added in at the end of this season. 137 appearances, 23 goals. He's not really played too much this season, but he was a big part of us getting promoted into the Premier League. Terrell Whitaker was finally regarded as the best striker of the save. 186 goals for us on our way up through the leagues in just 261 games. Francisco Landim in that central attacking midfield position. He played for us at all 9 levels, making 337 appearances, scored 67 goals. He's what you would call a club legend. Henson Agassin is another one who played for us in that very first season and also the Premier League. However, in the middle, he was sold to Charlton Athletic, but then we bought him back. The end of season awards, Oscar Rossi, the on-loan striker, gets Fans Player of the Season with 40% of the vote. Centre-half Zdenek Harubi gets 28%, and fullback Carlos Megales 20%. Goal of the season was Oscar Rossi against Wolverhampton Wanderers in February. Abdul Qadir picks the ball up in the middle of the pitch, gives it to Rossi, left foot, bottom corner. That's a really good goal. And young player of the season went to Oscar Rossi as well. He's just 21 years old. That's 2 seasons out of 3 that he spent on loan with us. Rossi was also top goal scorer with 19 and the highest average rating with 7.17. Most assists went to Abdul Qadir Amour, a man who we only signed in January. Goalkeeper Gavin Bazunu gets best pass completion rate with 88%. And it was Carlos Megales and Oscar Rossi who shared the most player of the match awards with 4 each. Megales also picked up 14 yellow cards. And Petr Julis, a young ball-winning midfielder, picked up 2 red cards. If we look at the season review, we finished 10th in the Premier League, a little bit disappointing, but considering we had a really bad end to 2030, it's a good finish. Obviously, we've just lost in the final against Chelsea in the FA Cup, and we disappointingly went out to AFC Failed in the second round of the EFL Cup. Match of the season was a 3-2 victory over Tottenham in August. And then the moment to forget was a 4-1 loss away at Spurs in January. Our average attendance this year was over 28,000, which is more than the new stadium will hold. And for once, we don't have the highest number of total players used in the league. Joint second highest this time with just 30. We will just have a quick look at the club vision and expectations meeting. Naturally, we're not going forward to next year anyway, but this is the same as what was on the club vision page before the match. Sign high reputation players has been added for this new season. But the expectation for next season has been upgraded in the Premier League to finish in mid-table, and then the year after to be a top half club. Team meeting with the players. I'll tell them that they should really be staying up. But for once, the players are looking for more ambition than I've shown. Usually it's the other way round. Players are on holiday. And yet again, we get to choose where to send the players on a pre-season training camp. I think we'll choose Germany this time. And that brings the 12th and final season of Boston Swap to an end. We've gone straight from the United Counties League Premier Division all the way through to the Premier League, to an FA Cup final, via one season in the Europa League. And what a journey it's been. We won the FA Vase and the FA Trophy really early on, back in non-league. But we've not managed to add in either the EFL Trophy, the EFL Cup or the FA Cup. We've gone really close. We've been a very good FA Cup team over the years. In Conference North, we got through to the quarter-final. We even got to a semi-final as a championship club. And now the final in the Premier League, but we couldn't quite get over the line. This isn't going to be the last episode of the series just yet. I'm going to holiday through the next season twice. Once I'm going to resign from the job, see who they replace me with, and see what happens. But I'm also going to holiday through next season, still in the job, but the assistant manager will take over match days. The club will still play my tactic, and the director of football will still buy the players. And then we'll compare the two seasons in the next episode. If you've enjoyed the content of this episode, please don't forget to leave a like. And for more videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.